1,000 subscribers. Wow. 718 days after posting my first video on this channel, we finally did it. In this video, I'm gonna be letting you know about my journey from 0 to 1,000 subscribers, and also a short Q&A segment at the end. Now, I know this video won't be very entertaining to watch for a lot of you, but I'm doing this video mainly for myself as like a personal journal thing, because hitting 1,000 subscribers is huge to me, honestly. It's literally a childhood dream come true. Also, if you are an aspiring or a small YouTuber, hopefully by the end of the video you can take away a thing or two. And no, I'm not telling you how to get successful on YouTube, cause I'm nowhere there myself, but more of how you can get started if you want to become a YouTuber. Just a heads up, if you're not from Singapore, you might not understand some Singapore context or references in the video. So yeah, August 5th, 2022 was the day I posted my first video on this channel. Not many of you know this, but I actually first started posting videos back in 2016 when I was still in secondary school. I think I was around 13 or 14 years old, and I first started watching YouTube when my parents got me my first phone when I was 11 or 12. I can't remember the brand, but it was like some made in China phone. I grew up in a low-income family where we stayed in an old 3-room HDB flat for most of my life. Actually, when I was born, my parents didn't even have enough money to buy a house, so we stayed at rented properties and relatives' houses. And even when they wanted to buy a flat, they had to borrow money from relatives as well. Yeah, I don't know if you guys know about FAS, or short for Financial Assistance Scheme. Basically, it's for students from low-income families, whereby MOE helps you with subsidies on school fees, textbooks, food, etc. I was in FAS for pretty much the whole of my primary and secondary school. Also, I'm an only child, if you're wondering. I would get home from school and just watch YouTube by myself for hours and hours, cause my parents were working and I didn't have any sibling I could talk to or play with. That sometimes my parents would confiscate my phone for days because I wasn't doing my homework. I'm sure some of you can relate. And then it was one day when I thought to myself, you know what, I want to make YouTube videos as well. So a friend of mine, who I had knew since kindergarten, he lived in the same block as me, just a few levels above. I'm not gonna reveal his name, but he's still one of my closest friends even to this date. Like, I've known him for pretty much the whole of my life, and we still go out and we still talk almost every day. But yeah, he came to my house one day and we started talking about YouTube. He told me that he was interested in making videos as well, and I was like, oh, let's make videos together. We created a channel and named it The Bro Enforcers. Yes, I know it's a very shit name, okay? I've somehow managed to dig through our old email account, and this was our first video that we made. How to change your location for Pokemon Go. We filmed, edited and uploaded all on our phones because we didn't have computers or anything. Unfortunately, most of our videos have been deleted, which I'll explain why later. Yeah, basically Pokemon Go was very popular then, if you guys remember. People in Singapore were literally camping at hotspots just to catch a Pokemon. Then we found this GPS hack whereby you can control a joystick and you can go to hotspots without needing to leave the house. So we decided to do a video on it, and although it didn't do very well, we were still very excited to make more videos. We started to do gaming videos as well, like Minecraft, Totopia, Pixel Gun. These are like very old games. If you're under 20 years old, you probably have never heard of these games before. Except Minecraft, I guess. We also did vlogs, try not to laugh challenges, and other stuffs as well. I remember there was once where my parents brought me to Malaysia and I decided to vlog the trip. I recorded in the day, got back to the hotel at night, then I edited and posted it like straight after. I did this for like 4 days straight. And on the 5th day when I finished editing the video, my phone didn't have enough space to export the video. So I went to my phone gallery and deleted my old video files, and for some reason, I deleted all the files from my 5th day vlog as well. There wasn't like a recycle bin or like a recently deleted on that phone, so it was legit all gone. I'm not even joking, I cried the whole night that I barely slept at all. After that incident, I knew that I needed to get a better phone with more storage. And at the same time, I was playing TCG or trading card games like Buddy Fight and Vanguard. On every weekend, I would travel to various card shops in Singapore to play with my friends. And with TCG, you know, some cards can be worth a lot depending on the rarity of it. So I was actually earning a decent amount of money buying and selling cards. Like, there was one time where I spent $4 on a card pack and I got a card whereby only 7 exists in the whole world. I sold it for $300 in just 10 minutes time, legit. Then, obviously I didn't know how to buy a new phone back then. So I passed my father the money and asked him to help me get a new phone. It was a budget Samsung phone, but it was way better than a China phone by a lot. Actually, I might still have it, I think. Wait. Ah, here it is. I don't even remember what model this is. And yeah, the power button isn't working anymore, so I can't turn it on or anything. But yeah, we then made more videos for the next couple of months until my friend told me that he would be quitting. I don't remember exactly what was the reason. I think it might have been due to exams or personal reasons. And no, we didn't have any arguments or anything. But I wanted to continue making videos, so I changed the channel name to HBK Gaming. This is the only screenshot of my channel that I was able to find. And we had 138 videos there before he quitted. HBK is just my gamer tag which I've used since I was young. And I decided to do gaming videos since I loved playing games back then. As I continued to post more and more videos, somehow my secondary school classmates found out about it, and I don't know how. Word began to spread around the school and most of my classmates knew about my channel soon after. Obviously my videos were very cringe back then, so they would essentially make fun of me during recess. Like, they would play my videos at the canteen table, laughing at me for pretty much every day. It got to a point where I was like, you know what, fuck this. And I deleted every single video on that channel. Looking back, I don't know why I didn't just private the videos. I think I was too reckless back then because I legit like couldn't take it anymore, you know. Getting hate comments is one thing, but getting made fun of in real life every day, it was a lot to go through for a 14-year-old kid. I really hope I could watch those videos back one day, man. I've tried every possible way, including Wayback Machine, and it doesn't work. Oh well, it is what it is, I guess. Then, skipping forward to June, which was the school holidays, I met up with my friend for the first time in many months. By the way, we were only in the same school in kindergarten and primary, and not secondary. And by this time, my parents and I have moved to another house, not too far away, just 2 MRT stations apart. We didn't hang out a lot, but we still messaged each other quite frequently. So we had a chat that day, and it turns out that both of us really wanted to make videos again. Cause it was school holidays, and we had nothing much to do also. I mean, yeah, I was still playing TCG, but I don't want to be playing it every single day, right? So I told him, how about we make a new channel? So that, you know, my classmates wouldn't find out about it. And thank God they didn't. We renamed ourselves as the Gaming Bros. And yeah, we were back to making videos together. Just like last time, we mostly made gaming videos on games such as Mobile Legends and Clash Royale. Yes, I know. What kind of fucking thumbnail is this? Fun fact, I actually still have the thumbnail faces, which I can show you. I don't know if you can see. Oh, there we go. My friend would post his videos and I would post my videos on the same channel. Luckily this time we privated the videos instead of deleting them, so I still have the videos. Yeah, here it is.
Yo, what's going on guys? HBK from Gaming Bros here and welcome to the first video of Clash Royale.
I know, nice watermark. Why didn't I just put my face cam on the left or something?
Yo, what's going on guys? HBK from Gaming Bros here and welcome to another Clash Royale video. So...
Oh, okay, no more watermark. Okay, that's enough of that. As you can see, I'm still using the mic arm even to this day. I think I got it for around $60. Again, using the money I earned from TCG. It came with a microphone, which unfortunately isn't working anymore. But the mic arm still works, which is why I'm still using it. Cause why get a new one when it's still working, right? And we also did occasional real life videos, including a spicy noodle challenge, cause it was like a trend last time.
Hey guys, Gaming Bros here and today we'll be doing a challenge. Behold, the world's spiciest noodle. 3, 2, 1,
go! What challenge is this though?
Shit!
Like, what video quality is this? And why is there 2 watermarks? KineMaster is the editing software that I used on my phone, by the way. So obviously, the person on the right is me. The guy in the middle is in fact the friend that I've been talking about throughout this video. And the guy on the left is actually another friend and classmate of ours who did YouTube as well. And although the video didn't even hit 100 views, we didn't care cause we were just doing videos because it was fun. And then it was 2018, the year of my O-levels. Basically, the final exam for secondary school to determine where you go afterwards. Now, if you know me, I hate studying. Looking at homeworks just makes me want to tear the paper every time. Social studies is hands down my most hated subject ever. Math is a close second. But for my school, it was compulsory to take social studies for O-levels, so I had no choice. And yeah, I decided to troll during exams instead. I would either only just write my name on the paper and go to sleep, or submit papers with scribbles all over it, or I'll do this. Yes, this was what I submitted for my prelim paper. Sorry it's a bit blur, but if you read the last answer I put, personally, I do not care at all as neither affects me. Because I legit don't give a shit at all. As much as I didn't care about O-levels, my parents kept on telling me that if you don't pass your O-levels, you retain as Sec 5, or even worse, go to IT, blah blah blah. Then I was like, fine. And so, in late February 2018, I quitted both YouTube and TCG to focus on my studies. It wasn't easy because I loved making videos and I've been playing TCG every week for years. For social studies, I had already given up, so I didn't bother to study it. My next weakest subject, which is math, the highest I've ever gotten was E8, I swear. The other subjects I was alright, as in I know they are passable for me. So I went all in on math and I studied very, very hard for it. I had tuition classes and I would meet up with my classmates after school to revise. Like, I genuinely think that was the most miserable few months of my life. And then O-level came and math was like the first or second paper that I took. After flipping through the math paper, I read all the questions and I was like, well, I'm going to IT, I guess. Initially, I wanted to at least try for the social studies paper, but I knew I had already failed. So then I told my parents, alright, I won't be taking the social studies paper, but I'll go to the library on that day to study the remaining subjects instead. Little did they know, I was actually at an internet cafe playing the new Fortnite update. If you don't believe me, here's my O-level results on my SingPass. And yeah, I got E8 for math, which I expected, obviously. My L1 R4 is 31, and I don't even know how to calculate my L1 R5 cause I got an absent for humanities. I guess if you count it as F9, then my L1 R5 is 40. For the non-Singapore viewers, basically it's very bad. However, I was still given a few choices for some polytechnic courses, but I didn't like most of the courses, so I went with IT. And the course I went into was performance production. Not really what I wanted. I wanted the filmmaking course because I was interested in filming. And at the back of my mind, I low-key still wanted to do YouTube, but I was unsure. Unfortunately, the course was full, so I was like, shit, cause my other choices were literally random picks. So I got into performance production, which if you don't know what it is, basically on live shows, you know those backstage crew? Like lighting, sound, stage production, etc. I told myself it's okay, it's only 2 years, just finish the course and who knows, I might want to work in this industry afterwards. And guess what? Just before my internship, COVID happened. I sent emails to over 10 companies and every single one of them rejected me because there were no live shows happening. So why would they need crew members, right? Thankfully, my section head gave those without a company an opportunity to internship in school instead. Cause otherwise we would all fail the internship and probably would have to recourse. So for my internship, me and 4 other people were tasked to do a video showcasing the facilities of each course in the school. And I was chosen to be the director and video editor cause I was the only one with a little bit of experience in video editing. As long as you're in the school, you have free Adobe subscriptions, which means I could use Premiere Pro to edit. But obviously, I've never edited on a PC before cause I used to only edit on my phone. Oh yeah, while waiting for my O-level results, I worked in a gift company where I did like the base of hampers and other stuffs, which I bought a second-hand PC from Carousel using my first ever salary. So I just went on YouTube for Premiere Pro guide videos for many weeks. And I managed to finish editing the video all through YouTube guides. My section head and lecturers really liked the video and gave me a very high score for my internship. Afterwards, I was chosen to be a video editor for my CCA, which is AVPM. Basically, it's the exact same thing as my course. They were doing an annual rock concert, and I helped to edit a trailer as well as interviews with the crew and band members. You can actually still find the live stream on YouTube as of recording. I then edited another trailer for our FYP, or final year project, and that was my life in IT. I do feel that if you want to become a full-time content creator in Singapore, IT would be the best choice to go to. And before I get backlash, this is just my opinion and not any sort of advice, okay? Because you see, IT is 2 years, right? Whereas Poly is 3 years. Yes, JC is also 2 years, but it's basically secondary school part 2. In IT and Poly, you can go to courses to learn practical skills, like for in this case, filmmaking or graphic design. I saw that there's even a digital content creation poly course now, which I thought was very interesting. But again, IT is 1 year lesser, and honestly, I think the filmmaking course is enough already. Like, even if you tell me now that I could go to Poly or JC if I wanted to, I think I would still choose IT, honestly. I'm curious to know what you guys think of this. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and I'll be sure to read them. After IT, I worked in a F&B as a service staff while waiting for my NS enlistment. And since I wasn't playing TCG anymore, I decided to sell some of my stuffs on Carousel as a side hustle. I sold mostly like my old shoes, old toys, and stuff that I don't need anymore. The last time I've checked, I've sold more than 400 items in total. My mom was interested in it because I helped sell some of her stuffs as well. At this point, my mom was unemployed because a few years prior, she used to work as a factory worker in various factories, but she didn't like the job, so she quitted. I was getting quite a lot of buyers, and I asked if she wanted to help me out, and she said okay. We were selling out so many things every month, which was insane. And then it was time for my NS enlistment. I told my mom that I was stopping because I wouldn't have time in NS. She understands, and I helped her to open a new account so she could continue selling. As most of you know, I enlisted in SPF as a police officer. At this time, I still didn't know what I wanted to do after NS. I didn't really enjoy being a live show backstage crew, as that wasn't even the course that I wanted in the first place. And also, it's a very unstable job because you pretty much have no income if another lockdown were to happen again. I thought I could maybe sign on as a police since the salary and bonus are pretty decent. But after joining GRF, no thanks. I don't know if I'm allowed to say why, but I won't say it just in case. It's not because I don't like my colleagues or the job. Like, I enjoyed being a police officer, honestly. It's just that there were certain issues of SPF which made me not want to sign on. And so I chose the third option, which is what I've always wanted to do since I was a kid. And that was to become a YouTuber. Because I was in GRF, I was very fortunate to have 2 in 2 out shifts, meaning I get 2 off days after every 2 shifts. Whereas for the majority of male Singaporeans who went to the SAF army, they have 5 in 2 out shifts and it's stay in as well. I officially joined GRF in April of 2022, and since I had quit selling on Carousel, I had nothing to do during my off days. I mean, yes, I could play games or watch videos, but that's not me. I don't like to waste my time on entertainment when I know that I could be doing more productive things that can benefit my future, you know. And yeah, I decided to start a YouTube channel. For a few months, I was just thinking of what channel names to use, what logo should I make for it, and most importantly, what kind of videos am I going to make. At this point, I've been watching Sneaky Sushi since his Singapore Rewind video, and I really enjoyed his style of videos. So yeah, I made my first video kind of similar to his style, but not as good obviously, and I posted it on the 5th of August 2022. I still remember the joy I had when I got my first subscriber the next day. And till this day, this is still the first and only comment on that video, which is also what gave me motivation to just keep on going no matter what. So shout out to you if you're watching this video. You might be asking why I decided to make content for local and not global audience. I feel that it can be quite hard to go global if you have a Singaporean accent like me. Not many non-Singapore or non-Malaysia viewers can understand it. This is not how I usually speak when I'm not doing videos, by the way. If I usually talk, I actually talk like that one. Like those not from Singapore, confirm confused one, I tell you. I guess I just try to articulate my words better in videos so that if you're not from Singapore, at least you can understand what I'm saying. And it's definitely harder to grow as a personality channel instead of a content-based channel. What that means is that for personality channels, people watch your videos for you, compared to content-based channel where people only watch your videos for the specific type of content. Okay, I'll use Sneaky Sushi and Zermatt Neo as an example. People follow Sneaky Sushi for him, and people follow Zermatt Neo to watch him eat food. For Sneaky Sushi, when he transitioned from commentary videos to ghost hunting videos, his fans still watch his videos because they subscribe to him for him. Whereas if Zermatt was to do like for example, gaming video tomorrow, most of his fans won't watch because they subscribe to watch him eat food and not play games. This is not a diss towards Zermatt or anything, by the way. I'm just stating known facts. And this is not what I want to have. If I wanted to, I could have just made SPF and Roblox videos and I would have reached 1000 subscribers in like a few months. What I want is, I want my viewers or fans to follow my journey in whatever I do. Which is why you can see on my channel that I post all sorts of videos, from commentary to food reviews, to gaming, to vlogs, to whatever types of content I want to do, because I'm a guy who doesn't like to be stuck in a box, so having the freedom to do whatever I want to do is what I want my channel to be. So when people ask me what's the niche of my channel, Singapore content obviously, and me. For now, I just want to focus on growing my Singapore audience first, and then maybe, just maybe, I might think of going global next time, but who knows. Oh, and why I post all sorts of videos was also because I was testing out which videos does better. The most I've done for the same video idea is the McDonald's food reviews. I think I've done like 5 or something. And that's because it did quite well. The McCrispy review was my most viewed video for a long time, so I just kept doing it for every new item release until I realized that, wait, I'm becoming a food review content based channel. And it's why I stopped doing them completely. I mean, I'm not opposed to doing another one in the future, but okay, maybe I'll do one when I'm out of video ideas or something. So every time after my morning or night shift, I would go home straight and just start grinding on videos. Even when my police colleagues invited me to go for meals or outings, I would say no for most of the time because I knew that I needed to save as much money as I could. And I knew that it would take months or even years to make a little bit of money from YouTube. So I thought to myself that, I mean, we've seen each other for more than 12 hours a shift. Like, I think it's personally better for me if I use the time to, put out more videos and I can save money as well. I do feel quite bad when saying no sometimes though. Like, I remembered there was one time when a few of my colleagues got promoted and wanted to treat dinner to the team on our off day. But there was a video I was planning to do on that day, which was the McPepper burger release. And for new releases, you must always release it as soon as possible. So I told them I couldn't go because I had plans. Everyone in the team, including ex-officers, went, all except me. I feel so bad, bro. And if any one of you is watching, I'm really sorry. But that's the thing with doing YouTube. There's so many things you have to sacrifice. Time, money, your physical health. I simply don't have enough time to go exercise or go out with my friends that much anymore. When my parents want to bring me out for dinner, I have to reject sometimes because I'm uploading a video, etc. And when I'm scrolling through IG, I just see all my friends going overseas every time, and I'm like, wow, I wish I can go, man. But I know that I can do all of that later on in my life, cause now is the time to work, because you have the most energy when you are 20 to 30 years old. So I want to make use of this time to work as hard as I can, and I can then slowly enjoy my life when I'm in my 30s. Anyways, I haven't revealed to my police colleagues that I'm doing YouTube. Like, they will always ask me what I'm planning to do after NS, and I always tell them I'll let them know on my last shift, which is on the 9th of August 2023, exactly on National Day. I wanted to keep them curious about it, so when I reveal it, they'll be like, oh, that's why, you know? I think I mentioned in one of my previous videos before. Basically, I made an entire video for them where I explained everything. From why I said no to meals or outings all the time, to sharing my favorite memories with them, and finally revealing to them that I was gonna be a YouTuber. I gathered all of them in a meeting room where I showed the video and gave them personalized gifts. Then I uploaded the video as unlisted on this channel, which they can click and they can directly subscribe if they want to. Thankfully, they were all very understanding and supportive. The next day, I hit 100 subscribers as a lot of them subscribed, which I'm very thankful for. It legit took me more than a year to get my first 100 subscribers. Now I get more than 100 subscribers a month. Wow. On the same day, I uploaded this video where I revealed that I had just finished my NS and that I'll be doing YouTube full time from the day onwards. I just realized that, for most people, they will take like few months break or go overseas. I started work instantly on the next day. Damn. But yeah, after that, I just kept on posting more videos. And here we are, after almost a year, at over 1,000 subscribers. I guess you could say that if it wasn't for COVID, or had I not chosen ITE, you probably won't be watching this video right now. Now, I know this has been a very long video, but obviously I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the support you have been giving me throughout. So I wanted to include you guys in the video as well, with a short Q&A segment. Let's start with my Discord server first, which, by the way, if you haven't joined, link is in the description. What are some of the biggest challenges you faced as a YouTuber? Not many of you know this, but I got a pretty serious neck injury last year around May that I had to go to the hospital cause my hands and legs started to feel numb while I was editing a video. I think I tore something in my upper spine because of my bad sitting posture last time. My old PC used to crash while I was recording, and it will mess up my video files, so I had to re-record like an hour long of footage. My house is also a pretty bad environment for recording. Don't get me wrong, I'm very grateful that I have a roof over my head, but it can get very noisy when I record sometimes. I stay at quite a low level, and there's loading and unloading parking lots directly below my room. So when there's trucks or lorries unloading stuffs, it can get really noisy. My house is also quite near to an airport, so planes fly by all the time, which is why as much as I want to live stream, I can't. My environment is just not conducive for streaming at the moment. But I will definitely live stream in the future when I move out of my parents' house. And last time when I just started, I didn't even turn on the aircon while recording my videos. Didn't want to run up my parents' electricity bill. I couldn't turn on the fan because my mic would pick up the wind noises. So I was sweating like crazy because obviously it's very hot in Singapore. But now I turn on the aircon while recording, and it actually helps to reduce the noise from the outside as well. There's still many other things, but this video will be like an hour long. What advice would you give to someone who wants to start a YouTube channel? Being a YouTuber is actually not easy. You might think it's easy, but it's really not. Cause if it's easy, everyone will be a YouTuber. every YouTuber have their own struggles behind the camera, which you don't see. But this is what I signed up for because I know I'm a hard worker. I know that if you want something in your life, you just work hard to get it. As simple as that. I was barely even getting 10 views per video for like a whole year. And I still kept on posting because I know that one day it will be all worth it. One thing, you shouldn't do YouTube to be rich or famous. Because if I was doing this to get rich, why would I go full time knowing that I wouldn't have any income for a whole year? I'm doing this because I love doing it. And I know that if I work hard, hopefully I'm able to make a living from this one day. My goal is honestly just to be able to earn enough to live while doing something I truly enjoy, as well as helping out as many people as I can along the way. And yes, I have not earned a single cent from YouTube, except from like 2 or 3 sponsorships. Which brings me to the next point. Any sponsorships or collaboration is a win-win for you, especially if you are a new or small creator. Any sponsor that reaches out to you, regardless of how much they pay you, just take it. Firstly, it's extra income for you, and secondly, it builds your portfolio so that other sponsors can have a look at your previous work if they are interested to sponsor you. Legit, even if it's $10, just take it, because you gain so much more from it. Be consistent, obviously. If you were to go full-time, you have to treat this as a proper job. I work pretty much 24/7 every day of the week. Like even when I was sick or when I go out with friends, I would still be working, whether it's replying to comments, emails, or other stuffs. Watch videos and study them. Obviously, there's no school or lessons you can go for YouTube, so you essentially have to learn everything yourself. When I watch videos, I don't watch them, but instead I study them. Treat it as like your school textbook, I would say. Study how they edit the video, how they produce the video, the thumbnail and title, etc. And just try to learn and apply to your videos. Ultimately, making videos is a skill, and you can only get better as you do more of it. Try out different niches to see which one suits you, or you can be like me and just do all types of niches, so you can get an audience from each niche. Don't neglect your viewers or fans. They are the ones who made who you are today. I try to reply to as many comments and DMs as I can, but sometimes there's just too many, especially on TikTok. But just try your best. Oh yeah, having a TikTok account helps as well. For me, I don't use TikTok a lot. I prefer watching long form videos on YouTube. I mostly use TikTok to promote my videos, that's all. I just post video trailers and clips, and yeah, sometimes I do a bit of original content as well. Also, it's important to work at your own pace and take breaks if you need to, otherwise you might get burned out. Lastly, don't hesitate to scrap videos. I've scrapped hours and hours of footage before because I don't feel it's good enough for a video when I'm editing it. How do you handle negative comments? I think I've said this before, but being a police officer, you kind of get used to hate comments cause I've been shouted worse things in real life by criminals. So a few words on the internet doesn't bother me at all. I've literally made a whole video where I read every hate comment. I'm okay with constructive criticism, like if you tell me maybe the music is too soft or the light is too dark, yeah, I'm fine with it. In fact, that's what I want, so I can improve my videos. But yeah, for hate comments, I don't care. What kind of games do you play in your free time? I actually don't play a lot of Roblox, surprisingly, I know. I still play Mobile Legends. In fact, it's the only game on my phone currently. On PC, I only play Genshin Impact and Fortnite, occasionally. Do you plan on doing more IRL content? Yes. Does your parents know about you owning a YouTube channel? If so, did they call you a failure and why you didn't become a doctor or lawyer? Sort of, I guess. My father was basically disappointed that I didn't go to uni, when he himself is a IT student. What? Like, you know how usually most people look up to their father and be like, I wanna be like my father one day. Not me. He's the last person in the world that I wanna become. I don't wanna get into the details, but basically, I don't love him as much as my mother. I could only record videos in my room, so obviously they know about it. My father wanted me to sign on or continue studying, whereas on the other hand, my mother was very supportive and she told me to do whatever I enjoy doing. In fact, she watches every video and gives me feedback on them as well. Now we move on to Instagram. The lifestyle as a YouTuber. Wake up, eat, work on videos, sleep, repeat. Even when I was in police where we had official rest timings, I didn't rest, but instead I was thinking of new video ideas or writing the script. Oh, and by the way, I forgot to mention this. Whenever I have a video idea in my head, whether it's in the shower or before I go to bed, I always just write it down. Even if the idea is meh, I just write it down, cause I know I can maybe work around that idea next time. Which is why I have a list of hundreds and hundreds of video ideas. So you're not gonna get the McDonald's food reviews anytime soon. Are you planning to further study in polytechnic or private? Like I mentioned, I fucking hate studying, so no. For me, I feel like it's a very old mindset to force your kids to go to uni nowadays. Last time, fair enough, no uni, no money. But now with the internet, you can become your own boss or find a job that doesn't require cert so much easier now. Like for uni, you have to pay so much money for the school fees and 3 years of your life just to work at a 9 to 5 office job after you graduate. I don't know, for me it's like, why work for someone else when you can work for yourself, you know? Who inspired you to start YouTube? I've already mentioned it in my Q&As before. And why did you decide to pursue YouTube even though you know it's a risky move? My whole life, I've always been a risk taker, no matter what I do. And I knew that it can potentially be years before I even start earning from YouTube. But I just believed in myself and just kept on going. And yeah. What was the most challenging video for you to make? PS, love your videos. Thank you. I think for me, it's the second SPF NS guide. It took me quite long to research cause I didn't want to get the details wrong. And my PC crashed just before I was about to finish recording, which caused the files to be corrupted. So I had to re-record the entire thing again, which is why you can see my face in the video. I was so tired already. Even afterwards, the audio had a lot of static noise, probably because of the crash. I had to add some audio effects just to make it sound okay. But as of today, it's one of my most viewed videos, and I still get messages frequently where they thank me because of how much the video has helped them. I mean, yeah, it's the reason why I made the SPF NS guides in the first place. When I enlisted, there was only outdated guides on Reddit, which is why I wanted to make these videos to kind of help out whoever might be enlisting to SPF for NS soon. Why did you change your name from Kaizer to Kaizerho? Yeah, I mentioned this on my IG story a few weeks ago. My channel name was just Kaizer, which is not my real name by the way. I got the name Kaizer when I worked in the F&B after my O-levels. One of the staff was called Kaizer with a S. So I was like, that's a pretty sick name, not gonna lie. So yeah, I pretty much stole it off from him. Then I was making the channel logo where I had the letter K, and I didn't know what else to add to it. I looked around my room and oh, yellow lightning. Perfect. I tried to see how it looks best with the K. The one that I thought looks the best is the one I'm using now. As I looked at it, the lightning kind of looks like a Z. So I changed the S to Z, and yeah, that's how I got Kaizer. But there's a few Kaizers on YouTube already, so I added my real surname, which is Ho. And also all the social media handles were available, so I might as well, you know. Last question, how much money have you made from YouTube? Also, congrats on 1k. I think this is one of the most asked questions I've had since I started YouTube, and I'll be answering it. I'll be making a full video where I'll be showing you how much I've made from YouTube, how I managed to survive a whole year without any proper income, how much I spend a month, etc. So subscribe and stay tuned for that video in a couple of weeks time. Oh, this has been a very long video. I think probably my longest video I've ever made so far. Of course, thank you for watching my videos and supporting me throughout. I hope you continue to support me because this is only just the beginning.